All right. So we're gonna head to the last topic of the show. We're gonna talk about some of the NFL Combine headlines. The biggest one is probably Jalen Carter. He got arrested. I believe he got arrested. He's already out of bond though. Apparently he was getting arrested. There was a warrant for his arrest for reckless driving. Some people were it was the way it was worded. Remember that Georgia player that died a couple months ago, the training staffer and everything.
Yeah.
The way it was worded was like if he was the reason why they crashed. That's the way it was worded. But it was nothing like that. It was reckless driving. Obviously, you don't want to do that type of stuff either. Because I hate reckless drivers. There's no reason to drive like that. But some people were making it seem like the way the articles were trying to make it seem was like if he was the reason why those people died. But yeah, that's what they was trying to make it seem. This is probably not really going to affect his draft stock that much. He's already out. It was just reckless driving. Yeah, it's not really. It's probably he might be the best player in this draft. To be honest, the most potential in this draft. He might be the best player in the draft. I don't think it's going to affect his draft stock too much. I think he'll probably still be a top 4 pick at the very least. So yeah, I don't really think it's going to affect his draft stock. You don't want to. I think he probably learned his lesson. Especially, he's seen what happened to one of his former teammates. They passed away due to reckless driving in a car accident. So I think he learned his lesson. I don't think he's going to do this again. But yeah. To me, I don't really think it's going to affect his draft stock. He's probably too good for teams to pass on, to be honest with you. So I don't think he's going to fall in the draft. This will probably be dealt with by the time the draft comes up.
Yeah, the talent is there and everything. I don't think it's going to be a Laramie Tunsil situation where he just drops and his stock tanks all the way right before the draft. Like you said, he's still probably top 2 defensive players in the draft this year. It's going to be too good for any team to pass up on. I do think it was pretty messed up, though. You know, you saw the staffer and your teammate die, and you just kind of drive off. That was, in my opinion, pretty messed up. But yeah, I just hope he learns his lesson from this. You know, no more reckless driving. I tell you, I don't think he wants another situation like this. I tell you, I'm glad that he's out. Like you said, he wasn't really the driving force. Like, he wasn't really the reason why these people died. So, I mean, it's not like he crashed into like 2 innocent people or anything. It's not like he did like a Henry Ruggs situation where that was the case. Nah, I mean, he was being stupid with his teammates. And unfortunately, lives were lost because of it. But I'm glad that he's out. I'd say I really hope it doesn't affect his draft stock too much. I already saw some memes yesterday where everybody was making fun of him, saying that his draft stock is going to tank. I don't really believe that. He's too talented. Some team will draft him. Some team in the top 4. I really still think either Chicago or Seattle will probably end up with him, depending on like how trades work out and all that stuff right now. I mean, things aren't really locked in. Oh, Arizona, my bad.
Yeah, Arizona
sitting at number 3 right now. Yeah, one of those teams will probably end up with him, depending on how trades shape up and all that.
The only thing that bothers me is that the police always do this stuff on purpose because apparently they already knew that he was involved, that he was there at the accident. Mm-hmm. But they released this information specifically when he's about to go to the combine. That's the only thing that bothers me. They've had this. They do this on purpose because they've had this information for months, and they do it specifically on the day they had this combine. That's the only thing that bothered me about that.
Oh, they're trying to sabotage him.
Yeah, they're trying to. I don't know. They did it purposely. Like they had to do it purposely because as soon as the combine hits, that's when they release all this information because they have had it for months. Because this accident happened in December, they already knew he was there, and they've had it for months, but they decided to specifically do it when he's there for the combine. So yeah, that's something that bothered me. I think he'll learn his lesson. I don't think he's gonna do it again, especially after what happened to his teammates. Yeah, it was just a bad situation all around. But yeah, I don't really think it's gonna affect